These are the notes for section 1.6. And again, put the date that you're taking them on here, please, and put them in your binder. In section 1.6, we're still going to be working on multiplying polynomials. We are going to multiply a binomial, a two-term polynomial, by a trinomial, which would be a three-termed polynomial. These are really easy. You just have to be very careful with your signs and everything. So we are going to go ahead and just give you probably just two examples and then let you grab worksheet number 7 when you're done with this, once you show me the notes. So we're going to multiply a binomial times a trinomial. So I'm just going to put one up here. Let's say we've got 2y, let's make it an x, 2x plus 1, that's my binomial, two terms, and I'm going to multiply it by 3x squared minus x plus 5. That's my trinomial, or three-termed. This is really just a case of the distributive property, which is why it's not very difficult. You just have to make sure you watch your signs and you watch your multiplication. So all we do is we ignore this plus 1 here, and I'm just going to hippity-hoppity distributive property, hop this sucker on in, and multiply the 2x by every term I see in the parentheses. So I'm going to do 2x to the first times 3x squared on the first hop. And remember, when we multiply, we add those exponents. 2 times 3 gives me 6. X to the first times x squared gives me x cubed. So that's my first term. Then I hop this on in and multiply it by the next one. So follow the green arc here. And I've got 2x times x, and it's linked with a minus, so one negative sign will give me a negative. So I've got 2x times x, which gives me 2x to the second. I add those exponents. On my third hop, I have to do 2x positive, 2x times a positive 5, which gives me a positive 10x. I've just done those three green arcs. I've multiplied the 2x into every term on the trinomial. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this positive 1. I'm going to do 1 times 3x squared, which gives me 3x squared, and it'll be positive. When I'm done with that, I'm going to do 1 times a minus x, which gives me a minus 1x. Don't need the 1, but I'm going to put it there. And then on my last hop, I'm just going to do positive 1 times positive 5. I'm not adding them, I'm multiplying, and I'll get a plus 5. So really what I do is 6 little multiplication problems, and then when I'm done, so let's go over on the side here and write what we do. We distribute each term in, and that's what I just did. I did the 3 green arcs, which gave me the first 3 terms right here. And then I did the 3 blue arcs, which gave me the next 3 terms right here. And now I've got a whole big long polynomial, but in that polynomial there's like terms. So I'm going to combine my like terms, which we abbreviate CLT. So I'm going to go take a look and see if 6x cubed, run down the line and see if it has any like terms. And it doesn't. So that will be the leader of my answer. Then I go grab my minus 2x squared, and you'll notice that my minus 2x squared can be combined with my plus 3x squared over here. And if I'm 2 in the whole and I go up 3, I'll be at positive 1 x squareds. Then I have a positive 10x, bring the sign with you, minus 1x, which is going to give me a positive 9x. And then lastly, at the end, I just have that 5 that's kind of all alone over there, has no friends. And so I put it in a box. And it's all nice in standard form, which means from the highest exponent down to the constant, and everything's combined, and it's as beautiful as it could be. So we will do just one more of those, a nice short little section here, and example number 2. Let's call this example 1, example 2. All right, so I'm just going to change the variable up here on example 2 and maybe throw some more negatives in. Other than that, no worries. I'll call it 3y squared minus 5 for my binomial times just a y squared minus 4y, and let's do plus 6 for my trinomial. So what's my process? First of all, up here, whoopsie, sorry about that, right here, I distribute each term in. So I'm going to take that 3y squared and I'm going to hop it in and multiply it by y squared. 3y squared times y squared gives me 3y to the 4th power. When I multiply, I add the exponents. Then I'm going to hop this in here, and I've got a 3y squared times a negative 4y, so watch the signs. One negative sign when you're multiplying balances out to be negative, so I'll have a minus. 3 times 4 is 12. Y squared times y to the 1st, I add those exponents for a y cubed. And then I multiply at the end here, and I have 3y squared times 6. Both are positive, so it'll give me a, oopsie, it'll give me an 18 y squared. Now that that's done, I'm going to grab another color here, and I do the same thing with the minus 5. I hop it in, giving me a minus 5y squared on the first hop. On the next one, it's going to be a minus 5 times a minus 4, a negative, times a negative will give me a positive 20y. And then on the last hop here, I have a negative 5 times a positive 6, which gives me a minus 30. Once that's all done, I head back up here and I combine my like terms. So starting with the 3y to the 4th, I scan the whole list and I don't see any more y to the 4ths, so that goes in my answer. Next, I have a minus 12y cubed and I scan it and I don't see any more y cubes either. So what that means is that's in my answer. Next, I go to the 18y squared, and I see right next to it I've got minus 5 of them, and those are like terms. So I get to call that 13y squared. 20y has no friends, and minus 30 has no friends. I now have my answer in nice standard form from highest exponent down to the lowest exponent. And that's all we're going to do. So let's go down and write a little summary down here. How do I multiply? So let's write to multiply, oh dang bells. To multiply, sorry about that, to multiply a binomial by a trinomial, I just basically distribute, which we can do, and combine like terms. Booyah. Like terms. All right. And that's it for this section. So once you show me these notes, you can go ahead and we'll grab worksheet number 7. Have a good one.